Here we go, everyone. We're on our maiden voyage. Our first stop is the Copper Point Resort in Invermere, British Columbia. This hotel that we're staying at actually has an overnight EV charger. It's a level 2, which means it's going to actually require a few hours to charge up. We're going to be staying there the night. Kids are really excited because they get to play in the pool. Probably have them go a little bit nuts after dinner and let them play in the pool all night. Maybe play in the pool a bit tomorrow morning. We've got a few challenges with this vehicle that make it a little bit different than your standard EV drive, and we're going to see how that impacts the overall range. So first of all, we've got a roof box with crossbars. I don't think the aerodynamics have been impacted as much as I thought they would, because we had the crossbars on before without the roof box and we heard a lot of wind noise. Now we have the roof box on, and it's actually, the wind noise has subsided substantially. Wouldn't you agree, love?
For sure.
You can't even hear
it.
No. There's another reason why it's best to always stick with a factory Mercedes-Benz accessory like a Mercedes-Benz roof box, like the one we equipped this vehicle with, because they're definitely built for aerodynamics. Aerodynamics are very important for maximizing your range. So far, the mileage has been pretty accurate. We left with about a 99% charge, and we had 552 kilometers of range. We've traveled about the distance that it says that we have left right now, so we've got 97% remaining in the vehicle. We've got 541 kilometers of maximum range. Electric vehicles are known to use a lot more power on the highway. As a result, they don't get as good of range as they do in the city because the motors are constantly turning. We're going to really put that to the test because, of course, our entire travels are pretty much all highway. Some other things that are going to be impacting the overall charge of the vehicle. We've got the seat back massager running for both my wife and I. The seat kinetics are also running, which helps to offset any motion sickness, which is something that's really, really nice about this EV. Because of how it rides, the motion sickness is really non-existent. We've also got a plugged in refrigerator, which is drawing power at all times. You know, our children have their devices that they're going to need to charge at times as well. And we're going to be recharging a lot of the batteries for this recording equipment that's actually in the vehicle here too. So battery is doing a lot. What was really cool today was actually when we got in the vehicle, the temperature in the cabin was really, really nice to walk into an air-conditioned vehicle in the middle of summer. Through your Mercedes Me app, you can actually simply precondition the vehicle. You can pick a departure time, or you can just do it on the fly. And when you get in, it's nice and cool. In the winter months, you could actually set it up the same way so it's nice and warm. Because you don't have to run the motor, you can do things like that, which is fantastic.
Are we going to go straight from here to Invermere, or are we stopping somewhere to charge?
No, we have no need to charge.
Hey Dad, what'll happen if we run out of battery?
Well, I mean, have we ever run out of gas?
No.
So what would happen if we run out of gas?
We probably wouldn't. It'd probably give us a warning and tell us the nearest gas station.
Okay, what if the fuel gauge wasn't working right and it told me it had more gas than the car did?
I don't know.
What would happen? And all of a sudden I find out the hard way, because the car sputters and stops, that I'm out of gas. How do we solve that problem?
We call it tow truck?
Correct. So Mercedes-Benz has what's called roadside assistance. Roadside assistance would actually send somebody out, and just like they would if you run out of gas, they would send out a vehicle that actually would put electricity back in your battery to get you back to your next destination where you can charge the vehicle further. So what happens if you run out of gas? They send out a tow truck. The tow truck has a jerry can full of gas. They put gas back in your tank and to get you to the next gas station. It's the same thing with an electric vehicle. The difference is with an electric vehicle is it actually plots your entire route for you. Like right now, we've got the navigation. It's not telling us to make any charging stops, but we could in fact make a charging stop if we really wanted to. There's multiple charging stops along the way.
So is the dash cam built into the car, or is it one of the ones that you...
Oh, it's built in. It's recording everything on this USB stick down here. Only visual, no audio. Cool thing about the Mercedes-Benz Speed Assist is it actually will read the speed limit and adjust your speed to the speed limit. So we're entering a construction zone right now, so it's dropping us down. It's going to read this 50 sign here, and it's going to instantly drop us down to 50 kilometers an hour.
How much longer are we away from the place?
Sophia, we're going to be there in approximately less than 2 hours. Look at this gorgeous scenery as we drive into Banff National Park. Beautiful. We're going to be taking the Highway 93, 95, which is actually going to be the highway we use for a lot of our drive to Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. The car had only used about 15% power before mine and Sophia's bladders gave up. So right now I just activated the active lane change assist, which was really neat. So I've got Distronic cruise control on, and I've got active lane assist active. I've got Distronic cruise active. I can take my hand off the wheel for a short period of time without it actually alerting me. Mercedes-Benz did actually just pass the test for having fully autonomous vehicles in the state of California. I don't think we're going to be able to activate that while we're down there. It's still quite new, and I think because this is a Canadian vehicle, we're not there yet. Cool thing about EQ Intelligence, it's actually saying that we're going to arrive in Vermeer with 51% battery left. That is incredible. If we really wanted to push this, which we're still in the infancy of taking an EV on a long road trip, but if we really wanted to push this, we could easily go to the high-speed network in Cranbrook and charge there and not even charge tonight. But we're not going to do anything like that because we're still in the early stages and we're still getting to know this EV. Like anybody else out there, we still have that small sense of range anxiety, and this is something new to us. We've planned the route quite safely, but I suspect that on our return drive home, we're probably going to be a little less strict with the charging overall because the confidence would be there. Isn't that right, love?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
I don't know. We're gonna see.
Mona's been driving this vehicle now for the past 10 days, just around at home, and we had a level 2 charger in our garage, and she started to get really courageous and asked me to stop charging the vehicle for her because she just wanted to see how far it's gonna go.
I mean, I wanted to compare it to my gas car because we charge
We fill up
our car once a week, so I wanted to compare it to an electric car to see how often I need to charge it.
And how much was that bill? Once a week. What are we spending on gas?
Oh, it was like 120 a week.
Yeah, that works out to be a close average. We're anywhere between $500 and $600 a month on fuel. The interesting thing is, though, in the last 10 days, which you would think that as a third of the month, we probably spend less than $12 just by using electricity at home, by how much it would impact our electric bill using an 8 kilowatt charger. In the last few days, we only charged it once to full before we left on this trip. But before that, we were charging it every so often up to 80% and then up to 90%, not really ever going to 100. It is not recommended to go charge your electric vehicles to 100. It actually degrades the battery over time. The only time that they recommend charging your battery to 100% is only for long trips. Now, I'm not sure. That could change later on. As of right now, our technicians are probably going to be preparing within the near future to be trained on how to actually replace individual cells within a battery. And if that is the case, then I think you probably would see people go more often to 100% without a concern. But realistically, above 80%, it does take longer to charge the vehicle, and it's truly unnecessary. I mean, you're talking about a vehicle that right now I've got just over 80%. It's telling me I've got 425 kilometers of range based on the fact that I'm driving on the highway, which is where EVs use the most amount of fuel, electricity. 171 kilometers from our destination.
Woohoo! Oh, Daddy, what's that green thing on the dash, Charlie?
Oh, that's telling me I'm doing a good job by saving a lot of electricity. That's actually the eco display. What you're seeing there is it's this little green ball, and it's super cool. It's giving me 5 stars because I'm just killing it when it comes to using minimal power. So it means that it's just going to help the range that much more. We're sitting at 77% with 404 kilometers of range, which is amazing. We are merrily moving down the way, down Highway 93 on our way to Invermere. Not very far from our destination. We're approximately maybe a little less than an hour away. We hit some crosswinds along the way, which I think with the roof box definitely had an impact on the power usage. However, what's really neat, and I'm not sure if you can see it on my screen right now, as we coast down a hill, we're actually using the intelligent recuperation through the drivetrain, but the power consistently drops to 0% in terms of what it's using. So right now we're going up a small grade. We're at about 18% power, 15% power, 11 or 12% power. We just hit the halfway mark, and on the battery, we actually just dipped below 50%. We're at 49% right now. We only have 30 kilometers left to our destination in Invermere. Where we're going has a destination charger, The cool thing is though, there's also 10 minutes up the street just in Radium, there is a BC Hydro 350 kilowatt charger that's pretty incredible, where we could just be charging this back up in a matter of no time. It's 350 kilowatt, but of course our vehicles will charge at 200 kilowatts, so that's still a very rapid charge. We would have no issue just plugging in and moving on, but of course we started today late just to kind of get a head start on the day for tomorrow. We'll be leaving our hotel tomorrow probably just before lunch. We're the final destination of Coeur d'Alene. We're very impressed with the fact that even though we are now saying 48%, we still have 254 kilometers of range. Our elevation is incredibly high. If I'm not mistaken, I believe we're nearly 6,000 feet above sea level right now, and that definitely has an impact too. One thing to also note that's really, really neat about EVs, normally when you have a large fuel tank in a vehicle like the GLS we normally drive, which is nearly 100 liters, usually when you have that type of fuel in there, that fuel weighs a lot. But electricity has no mass. Whether we're 100% charged or we're 10% charged, the vehicle still weighs the same. And I find that remarkable. I really do.
And here we are at the Copper Point Resort in Invermere, BC. We've traveled 271 kilometers today. We have 47% of charge remaining. Based on the initial estimate, we should have arrived with 30 more kilometers of range. It's used a little bit more than that, understandably so. Roof box on top, crosswinds that we encountered, some of the elevation that we went through. At the end of the day, the EQS SUV performed incredibly well. We're looking forward to charging it overnight in the underground parking garage, leaving with 100% full charge tomorrow on our way to Coeur d'Alene. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, share this video, and comment below. Let us know your opinion. We'd love to hear. Every comment counts.